this is Elaine with Elaine's Creations, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make this card with the shaded summer stamp set and the Summer Shadows dies, which are available for free during the month of August and September. All right, this is the shaded summer stamp set, and these are the Summer Shadows dies. You can earn these dies for free with any $100 order during August and September. And I'm so glad that they have these dies to pair with this stamp set. The stamp set is in the annual catalog because I love being able to cut out the images easily with a die without having to fussy cut. So this is perfect. So I'm going to show you how I created this lovely card. I've run the card stock through the Tasteful Textile embossing folder, which is a 3D embossing folder. It's thicker, but it adds this really lovely texture to the card. So I have already started with a base of soft seafoam that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2 and cut in half. And then I have a piece of basic white 4 by 5 1/4 that I've run through with my Tasteful Textile embossing folder to create this lovely texture on the card. I also have another piece of soft seafoam, and I've used the Stitch So Sweetly dies, the largest die, to cut this out. It's about 4 1/4 wide by, I'm going to double check my measurement again, 3 1/4 tall is the piece of paper you should use to cut out this large die. And then I have this little piece right here that is going to fit right in my Stitch So Sweetly die. And this piece is 2 1/2 by 3 5/8. But first I'm going to do a little bit of blending and stamping on the background here. I'm going to use the soft seafoam ink and a blending brush. I'm just going to grab a little bit of ink here, and then I'm just going to kind of rub this off on some scratch paper to just take off some of the hard edges. And I'm just going to start in the middle because you're not going to see the middle. And then I'm just going to kind of come over to the top corner over here and the bottom corner over here. It's going to be very subtle. Not gonna really see the color a whole lot, but I think I want to add a little bit more. So I'm going to start in the middle where you can't see and just add a little bit more up here and a little bit more down here. There we go. Just want to be able to see a little bit of it. And then I'm going to use this little stamp right here, and I'm going to stamp a couple of vines coming out over here in the corner. One down here. I'll do 5 this time. Okay, so now I'm just going to adhere this to the card. And adhere this piece to my Stitched So Sweetly piece. I wonder if I should add some color on this one too, what that would look like. I think this is good enough. Okay, and then a fun thing that I did was I used the scalloped lace trim and I colored it with the soft seafoam blends. So I'm just going to cut about right here. And the blends, I'm going to use the light one first to test it out, but I think I'll eventually really end up using the dark one. So I'm going to grab my scrap of paper, like using this grid paper. You need something behind when you're coloring. And always just start off with the lighter color when you're coloring, just to see what it looks like and if that is dark enough for your liking. And I'm pretty sure I used the darker color, so I'm gonna use the darker one again. And I'm just gonna start over here. I'm not gonna be able to see the first two scallops because they'll be tucked behind. And I'm just gonna color the ribbon. So this is a fun thing that you can do with your white or vanilla or light colored ribbons. You can use your blend markers to color them. You could even take your pink ribbon and turn it red by coloring it with the red blends. So that's another thing you can do, is you can always take some of your existing colored ribbon and make it a darker color by using the blends. Maybe a light blue into a dark blue, or light pink or red into a red, keeping it in kind of the same color family or the same color. All right, so now that I have my lovely lace ribbon in soft seafoam, I'm going to wrap that around the bottom of the card and just use some adhesive on the back to attach it. And I didn't give it time to dry. You might want to give the lace a little bit of time to dry because some of it is coming off, but I think that's going to be just fine. Okay, so now for the flower. So I have a strip of basic white, and I think it's 2 3/4 wide. And I'm going to use the markers to color on the stamp. So I have a soft seafoam marker and a fresh freesia marker. And so this is really fun to do, especially with the rubber stamps, is to just color on your color with markers. Another thing you can do is you can stamp the whole stamp in soft seafoam and then wipe away the areas where the flowers are and then use the marker to color. I'm just going to test how light this soft seafoam is with the marker, and then I'll decide. Yeah, that's too light. So I'm going to do the other method. I'm going to use the stamp, the ink pad, and I'm going to ink that up really well. And then I'm going to use a wet wipe to just wipe away. And you could try to use like a mask or a Post-it note, but we've got several flowers here. So I'm just going to wipe away where the ink is on just the flowers. Yes, it's a little tricky, but you can do it. Just get your finger in the wet wipe and just turn the stamp to where you can more easily access the flower without touching the leaves. Okay, I think I've got the flowers cleared off. There's a little bit more right there. And if you need to touch up, you can go in with the marker, like I think I need more right here. And then now we can come in with the fresh freesia. You want the flowers to be dry from the wet wipe. And we can color this with the fresh freesia. And dry this off right here. And color the flower. And then we'll do the last flower. And when you stamp it, it just creates this lovely stamp with different colors on it, and it looks really nice. Stamping with 2 colors or more. So I'm just going to stamp this on the white. Oh, lovely. So pretty. I love these colors together. They were meant to go together. So beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this out with the dies. So I'm just going to place these up here, and I'm going to use this die right here to cut this one out. And I'm going to grab my die cutting machine. I'm going to use plates 1 and 2, and then both of the number 3 plates. So we got number 3, and then we've got our piece here. Just line this up. And I think I'm going to use some washi tape to hold it. Just tack it down gently. And then we'll put this on top, and we will roll this through. And then we have our lovely shaded summer flowers. Push this in a little bit more. And there we have our flower. So lovely. And then I've cut out a little piece of basic white with the harvest dies that are in the mini catalog. I'm going to be doing videos on those cards next week. And so just really love this label die that's available. Reuse my adhesive and just trim this away, and then I can use it for the next time. And so this is up on dimensionals, and I'm gonna stamp Hello You in Fresh Freesia. Actually, I think I changed it to Thank You, because I usually use a lot of thank you stamps. So I'm gonna try to fit Thank You on here. The Y is gonna go off a little bit. So just clean that up. And I don't know, with the Y going off, it doesn't look as good. What do you think? I might change that back to the Hello You, because it just fits better on that label. And while I think about it, I'm going to put some dimensionals on here. Yes, I'm using lots of dimensionals. That looks good. Yeah, I think I'm going to change it to back to Hello You, because it just fits better. Okay, so just put this on here how you would like it. Maybe like that. So pretty. And I'm gonna change this back to Hello You. I think that'll be better. So let's clean this one off, and we'll change it back, because sometimes it just doesn't work the way you want it to. So we will do Hello You. The thank you will have to go on a different sized label. Oh man, got a little bit of an edge there. So I'm gonna flip this over, or I'm gonna see if I happen to have another one over here. I usually cut out more than one. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, that's better. And then if you're catching an edge, you can use some rubber scissors or some nice scissors, and you can go in here and trim it a little bit more. I usually trim the top of the rubber off because I really don't like catching edges. And it's just easier if you trim away the edges. So this is up on dimensionals. And I'll just put this up here so you can still see the lace. And put some dimensionals on the back of this, of course. And then we'll just place this right in the middle here. And there we have our gorgeous shaded summer card with our dry embossing. We added a little bit of color to our dry embossing. I'm offering a free card kit when you purchase the shaded summer stamp set and your order totals $50. And you can just email me and let me know that you would like this card kit, this shaded summer card kit, and I will send it right out to you. Thank you so much for watching my video tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my other video tutorials on the Shaded Summer stamp set and the Summer Shadows dies. The dies are available again for free during the months of August and September with any $100 order. So be sure to click the link in my bio to order. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell so you know when I post a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.